Since the pandemic started, I decided to invest in custom figures. Well, not buy them, I mean that I will make them myself. And I used to only work with clay, and I used to work with cheap stuff, and then I decided to buy epoxy to create more things. I bought Milliput. I looked at all the professionals how they did it, and I'm actually quite happy how this is going because I keep getting better and better. I think the figures overall are quite clean. Maybe some projects are more rushed than the other. Um, we see a few figures. So Batman Beyond, Joker, the exosuit, something like that. Puts too much strain on Bruce Wayne's heart. Willie Watts in the nerd outfit. Freeze, Ink, Billy Russo, something like that. Grusso. I'm really not sure. I'm not into it anymore. When I watch it, I know them, but Spellbinder. So these figures are quite nice, I feel like. And what I really love about Batman Beyond is when you use the characters, you use the same colors over and over again: black, gray, orange. The same shades of neon paints, and I have the neon paints. I purchased these like a year ago, just in case if I wanted to make Joker's figures, and it really works out because here you can see the matching orange, the matching blue of the characters, the matching black, matte blacks, the like bright crimson red of the button of Batman his suit, and the red of the eyes of Mr. Freeze, and that's when it looks fantastic. Maybe these figures are not as strong as a few of my other custom figures, but I really like them when you put them together. Not like this, I wouldn't set them up like this just for the video. But it's really fun. This is a Creeper, which I redid, and this is a Fire Suit Batman, Anti-Fire Suit Batman, the new Batman Adventures Riddler. I got like 150 new Batman Adventures Riddler all new in package to customize with because it's a perfect base. As you can see, like this is a Riddler, this is a Riddler, that is a Riddler as well. And this is just a Catwoman, and this is just the regular Mr. Freeze. And the rest are just sculpt, removing parts, adding parts, and paint. So that's when you can make something like this. It's a little bit too it's a little bit difficult to maintain articulation, but that's fine. I mean, if you look at this Spellbinder, it would be fun to like pose him on maybe like a floating ball, but it's a little bit difficult either way. So yeah, just because you paint, I do sand a lot, but still, after you sand it a lot, it still gives the paint rub, and I just quit trying. So I'll just glue the joints when I have them in a pose. I think is fine, or sometimes the joints are still really stiff, and I just feel like that's okay. So you can see a little bit of paint rub at the elbows of the Joker, and yeah, and this is just maybe a bit sloppy with Dremel work, but these are just things that will be gradually better over time. So this is I think one of the first batches I did basically. Um, but still, I mean, I really like the figures, and I think the total effect will be here when I've made all the figures that I want. Then I have my personal collection of the figures that they released, and I can add these to it, and that makes the crazy DCAU effect, in my opinion. So, really cool. I will show you this Darkseid as extra. It's a Etrigan body with the Kenner head sculpt, which is perfectly in scale with this body, I feel like. I did see Renke Customs with a better blueprint, basically, for this. So I might have to copy him on that. But I have a lot of things planned. The new Batman Adventures Mad Hatter, the new Batman Adventures Clayface. I don't know how much more new Batman Adventures stuff there is actually on my list. I also wanted to make the Justice Lords, but then I would have to buy a complete new set of the Justice League, which is like 200 for a complete set, while I usually purchase these figures for like 5 to 10 a piece. that's it for this video. I will show more customs in the future. There are a lot of Kenner ones as well, and I just bought like head sculpts and stuff for Kenner ones again, but it's really weird. But I'm really transitioning into the 6-inch scale way more, 1/12 6-inch scale, maybe even 7. But I still have my Kenner figures, like around, I feel like around 500 figures. If I would make all of my customs, I probably would have like 600 to 700 Kenner figures with Mattel and Just League Unlimited, all those stuff. I just call it the Kenner line. But yeah, it's really fun to do, and I hope you guys have some maybe inspiration out of this. And here you can also see this was, I think, one of the first ones actually I did, because I felt like this was something I had to be the first guy to do. But here you see the paint rub with on the shoulder, or like a elbow. So that was it. Let me know what you thought of it, and if you want to see more videos like this. I've already filmed a few like back to back, but I feel like it's quite nice to talk about it, and I can explain a little bit more about how these figures come together and how they exist in my collection. So right now, just for now, I will wrap them back up in packages again, in bags to store them, because if these fall over, some of them can break, but Milliput's really strong. So enough rambling. I'll see you in the next one.